So many of you do malt liquor videos. You're pretty quiet during them. I think that there's a certain kind of style, maybe an expectation that the theme of the film, the theme of your vid, is it's malt liquor. You're drinking a beer. You're not doing a walk and talk. You're not doing a debate. You're drinking a beer. And I like that idea, and I think it'd be challenging for me. It's not actually that I'm yacky. I don't feel that I'm overly talkative. But when I actually YouTube, the reason why I'm YouTubing is, one of the reasons is to share, to communicate. That's really the best thing to me. It's not really what I do as much. It's the fact that there's some interaction and some connection with people on YouTube. And at first, I wasn't really too concerned with how many people were watching me or anything. I just thought it was a fun way to add to what I did normally, kind of film it, record it for myself. And then I started meeting people, and meeting real cool people from all different backgrounds and all different kinds of focuses. And suddenly I realized that that's what I now think is my primary focus. It's the whole meeting people and the whole connections. I feel that some pretty great people that I've been introduced to on the net. And it's had a real positive effect on my life. It's turned me in, like, I normally get out a lot, but when I start thinking, well, I have a day off, and b2m, you're like saying, hey, I'd like some video responses. And I thought, well, it's my day off. I'd like to go do something fun, and that could be built around a video response to b2m. I'm not saying I might not have gone canoeing anyway, but today I was for sure going boating because of you. Good sammich. Some sort of really creepy insect on my beer. I've seen those before. I don't know what they are. Some kind of predator, but I also kind of think that it might be a larva. It might be a first stage of a development. That might be something that turns into something else, like a monarch butterfly. I don't think it's going to turn into a monarch butterfly. I think it might turn into something, though. He was going in. He was going to go get a drink of 40 malt liquor. And someone else that's got a lot of my attention lately is Civilized. It's a real open cat. And he said a couple things about relationships on the internet. I don't think he feels that you could have one. I don't feel that he feels that you could understand someone else unless you're around them, physically. And which, for me, I get a different feeling. Surprised. I feel that. How do you get to know somebody? How do you decide that someone's your friend? So I think he feels it's a challenge to connect with somebody via the internet. He has a point. Maybe my standards for friendship are looser. Even as I say that, I know that's not right. I have high standards for friendship. And I think actually it might be easier for me to make friends on the tube. Not because, we're not around each other. I don't mind that we're all human beings. We're obnoxious, loud, stinky, messy. I think why it might make it easier is that when we share each other on the net, you know, we've made plans to do so. We've like made appointments with your buddies, the b2u, to all get on to Ulu and talk to one another. You've gotten ready to share with one another, and then when it's over, you're done. And then, you know, you go back to doing what you have to do, need to do, and want to do. But here, like for instance, while I've sat down to talk to you and talk about it, everybody else, this is my focus. This is exactly what I've intended to do, and it's what I'm dedicated to do until I'm done. And when we are doing this, I feel that we're specifically intending to share with one another. I really admire how people share themselves, especially when they share a lot of their different facets of their personality. Civilized, for instance, was angry that his video to you vanished, and I thought that was full-on brave of him to express his anger and disappointment and his rage that, you know, his message, something that he crafted, you know, his expression vanished. That was very brave of him. It's crazy bright out here. My gingery eyes work really good twice a day, an early morning light and evening light. Suddenly the sun gets to a certain angle, kind of the angle that's best for photography, where colors start becoming really rich. And suddenly I'm like, oh my God, I can see clearly. Suddenly it's not just glare everywhere. Gingery eyes, they like an angled light. Probably means I should move to Alaska or Greenland or Norway. Large parts of the year, the sun's just at a sharp angle. Well, you know, not quite half over. I feel certain that I've got enough footage here to satisfy the why, a day ending with why video response. And I feel lucky to share with you today. I feel lucky to share my river and my boat and my good times and a beer with you. So b2m, I know I didn't chug it, and I know I talked an awful lot. But that's how I express myself. There's a couple more fighter jets, and they're like virtually touching. So let's look at them, and I'll talk to you later, my friend. Oh my gosh, look at that. They just peeled off from one another. That guy's like diving down to the river to get out of the way of these jets. That actually doesn't look normal at all. Look at this jet swinging around. It's coming through the clouds. The other jet's following him. See what that guy's doing. He's gonna cross the highway about 30 or 40 feet above the traffic. Oh my God, look at that. Earl, Columbia River, things are off the hook.